and you're at there's a place here called Birkdale Village, which is like a mixed use neighborhood with shops and green areas, and there's a stage in the middle and restaurants, and it's like a really nice setting, and it's a nice day or a nice evening. Always be thinking video. So you're like, hang on, my wife, I drive her crazy because I'm like, hang on, she's like gets so embarrassed because I'm always like videoing.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me get a shot here. Let me get a shot here. But
that was important. You just showed that you need to be holding it like this.
Yeah, hold it horizontal if you're going to shoot, for YouTube long form, and because we're so used to shooting vertical for a lot of the other platforms, but you have that content, and it's so easy to just pull from that and have that all the time. Another thing on that note, when you're shooting those little clips, if they're just little B-roll pans, I would recommend like 7 to 10 seconds. So go real slow, 7 to 10 seconds, because you're gonna chop the edge off, and you might edit it, and you might use a better part of the video. But a lot of times people will do like 3 to 5 seconds, and then you've got this little clip just as your eyes are about to focus on it, it clips off, and it's not really good footage.
Yeah,
I learned that the hard way.
That's really good to know. I think I'm the 3 to 4 seconder.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would go 7 to 10.
All right, good.
And I would go slower than you think you should, because I feel like
very good.
A lot of people they think they're going slow, but it's not slow enough. And I know there's ways that you can edit it and make it slower, but for in the beginning, just go really slow, because you can always speed it up.
Oh,
100%. That's so true, because especially when you're filming in public, you feel like people are watching you.
You're rushing.
Like I gotta go quick, and you automatically go real quick, and then it's just not good footage.
Yeah. And honestly, because I think on YouTube, as you get more advanced, I think the shorts and, like you said, pulling out the smaller content, you can do. I would almost do horizontal and vertical, so you have video footage of both.
If you want to spend the time while you're in a certain place, do horizontal and vertical clips. I mean, especially if you're talking, sometimes that gets a little crazy. Sure. But what you can do is just shoot a little bit further away from you, and shoot in the center, so they can actually crop you into that center piece.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of our shorts will do.
Okay.
But it is, if you can do the vertical also, it's a lot of work.
Okay, yeah. So maybe just do horizontal but farther away. That makes sense.
Yeah. And it really depends, like what you want to do. I mean, if you want to ultimately get into that shorts or that vertical format at a more consistent level, it would be a shame to lose all those opportunities. So if you have the time, I would do it. But
what would you say, in your opinion, for the beginner? Do you think people should focus on the shorts right now, or focus on the long? And is there like a time limit that you think's best to capture the most views?
So I've listened to a lot of people about YouTube, and everybody's got a different thought process. I like to start getting as long as you can create good quality. So you might start 5 minutes, 4 minutes by the time you put all your stuff together. But as you get better at it and you start to pick up the process, I would lengthen it, because the mindset of the YouTube algorithm is to kind of make it like on-demand TV. So you want to watch a program about what you're looking at, unless it's like a how-to video, because it's how-to for everything on YouTube. But if it's an informational thing about, I am moving to Charlotte, you want to watch something at length that is a fairly good pace to it and keeps you interested. And I think that's a good measuring stick. If you start watching your videos and they're not, they start kind of getting blah blah and they're not really interesting, I think you need to shorten it. And that's one of the reasons, if you watch our videos, I'll talk, but I go right to clips once I start talking. Whereas a lot of other people will stand there or sit there like I am now, and they'll just talk into the camera for 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And they might have like a clip here, and then 30 seconds later, a clip there. To me, I don't want to see a talking head. I want to see what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So I think that's important. And I think that's one of the reasons people like our videos over other videos, because there's so much content in them to watch. They're so informational. But on the other hand, that creates a lot more work. They might spit out 3 videos to my one because, and that hurts the algorithm. They might actually wind up getting ranked a little bit better because they're more consistent and they're putting out more videos. So, but I'm not willing to sacrifice that yet. And that's my
Let's talk about how often they should post, and just consistency being a key word. At least once a week, don't you think? If not,
consistency is the key to YouTube. I think that's the #1 metric in YouTube, in my opinion, in their algorithm. So consistency, but don't overshoot what you're unable to do, because you'll, you know, if you do 1 a week and then you skip a week and then you go back to a week and then you got 2 weeks off, it just totally messes with everything. And I've done that because I've been so busy with our business. It's really hard for me to do that. So I personally, if you're starting out, I would start slow and then try to increase. Maybe backload a couple so that you can always save one, so that if you have to, you know, you get sick or you got to go away, you can play that one in that spot or release it. But I would even, you know, shoot for once a month if you are really, really starting and you're not worried about algorithm, because you're not going to get anywhere anyhow at that point.
Right.
Get your first one out, shoot to get your second one out. And if you feel you can go to one every other week, then increase it. And then ultimately, if you can get to that weekly, that's when you're really going to catch the algorithm. And I can tell you from experience, I was really rolling in that. I've been doing this about 1.5 years. In the first year, by the end of the year, I started really cooking, and my videos were getting about 1,000 to 1,200 views a month. I had one do 57,000 views in like 4 months. Just went viral for some random reason. But as soon as I kind of broke up and it's turned winter and I didn't have the content because I didn't save content, I didn't have enough content to create good stuff. So I started taking more time off and I got busier with other stuff. Everything dropped off. Even those videos that were consistently getting 1,000 a month started getting 7, then 6, then 500 a month. And now I'm kind of back to the point where I'm trying to get that consistency back up, and I'm still only doing about 500 to 700 views a month, whereas I was easily getting 1,000.
So we're because of the consistency.
So it's consistency really hurt that.
One of the things that we're going to start kind of implementing on our channel is a live video instead of just the recorded one, so that people can actually chime in and ask questions throughout our interviews or whatever we're discussing. How do you feel like live does for YouTube?
I would think, I mean, just from technology and social media and data media platforms, I would think that would be a good metric for their algorithm. I think that would pop you up. Because they want engagement.
Sure. And then, so just to kind of go back to easy content, if you're somewhere cool and you're doing something that you love, let's say you're at the Whitewater Center, just go live really quick on YouTube. There's your content for that day, and you can repost it down the road. We also have another video that we just went live on for Taja.ai, which is a really cool program. You just take the link from YouTube once you upload your video, and it'll write your description. It'll give you the best keywords. It'll even come up and generate shorts for you out of that actual video. Yeah, super cheap. It's like $30 a month. And it's amazing. It saves so much time, and it syncs right back to the YouTube. So I'll be sure to link that in this description as well. But I think that, you know, like we said before, keep it simple. If you're at somewhere cool and you want to talk about it, just jump on, go live, interview the people that you're with. What do you love about this place? You know, obviously keep it clean because it's a business, but I'm sure you can make some easy content that way. And you know, I think, like you said, with the live and having people jump on and say, hey, tell me more about that, or I want to learn, maybe you'll capture some more people that way and get you comfortable behind the,
Yeah, I think that the platforms, when you go live, it tends to suck an audience in that you may not have had before, that might keep like subscribe to your channel and like your content where they may have never found it before.
Right.
You can also take that live clip later and download it, and then take some other B-roll and put it around it and make it into a whole new video.
Yeah.
Or just pull the sound of you talking off of it and put a bunch of B-roll on it. And you just so many different ways you can repurpose.
Generate the shorts out of it. It's great. I mean, I know for the beginner people for YouTube, we're probably talking a foreign language right now, but it's pretty simple once you get into it. And there's plenty of videos that we have talking about how to make it as easy as possible, because that's really what we're looking for on this channel, is to help agents who are not familiar with technology to get familiar and to get comfortable and to not be scared of it, to truly embrace it. And so yeah, we appreciate your time. Is there anything else that you want to share with the
I would say just the bottom line, kind of like what you just said, just start, just do it. Just set up your channel, keep it basic. It doesn't have to be perfect. People probably aren't going to visit it right away. It doesn't matter if you have one video on there, because the majority of people are not visiting your channel to watch your video. It's either showing up in a feed or they're seeing it somewhere else. It's linked to a newsletter or a website, or it's in LinkedIn or Facebook or other different ways to get your video out there to begin with. And then as you build your channel, you'll get better and you'll get more of an audience.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks,
you almost don't want the audience in the beginning, because then they'll see all the bad videos.
Yeah. Well, you could always get rid of them, but I would keep them, because you just stack them on. And I find that people, even if they watch it and it is bad, they kind of feel for you, and they're like, you know what? I wouldn't be able to do that. Of course, there's going to be some haters out there, so get ready for that. But they got other issues. So.
Yeah.
It's authentic and it builds trust. I love it. So thank you again, Craig. We appreciate your time today. And be sure, like we said before, like and subscribe, and we'll tag a bunch of the good videos to get more information about that Taja AI program. And look forward to seeing y'all back here soon.
Yeah. Thanks, Craig.
Take care. Bye. Thank you.